Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
My background in running an online business started about 2017. Created e-commerce business on Shopify, scaled the store, and eventually sold it about a year or two later. Currently, I am running a different store using the Amazon platform. Scaled it over the past year. Been working with suppliers, finding new products, working with agencies to create listings, as well as running the PPC ads myself.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
I am looking to sell the business because I am planning to move in the Southern California area. So I'm looking for more of a down payment for real estate. And hopefully this store I am able to exchange and provide that gap that I need in order to avoid, mortgage interest on a real estate property.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
The amount of work I do every week is very, very minimal. I would say the only thing that really needs to be done is to make sure I'm profitable as well as the inventory is not too low. So other than that, I just contact the supplier and place a reorder if needed. I also have reimbursement services. Sometimes they need proof of receipt at the warehouse to get some reimbursements back. So I will, work with the supplier to get that information. The ads are pretty self-sufficient and pretty profitable. I'm not looking to scale them too much at this point just because the rank has been pretty good. So they're pretty healthy where they're at, so I don't touch them. Other than that, I just maintain, profit loss sheets, expenses, and keep track of inventory.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
An opportunity for growth would be to scale some additional keywords in the ads so you can rank more for newer keywords within the relevant niche. Another way to scale would be to start advertising organically, create a social media presence, and advertise through other sales channels. Currently, it's only being sold through Amazon, so some future growth areas could be owning your own Shopify website, as well as working with, Facebook and Instagram ads or even TikTok ads to channel some sales coming from those platforms.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
One of the biggest risks would be running out of inventory. So to get around this, you have to make sure that the supplier doesn't go on holiday in the event that you need inventory, or plan much more ahead of time so that you're not out of inventory. Otherwise, you will lose rank pretty fast and it's costly to bring it back with PPC. The other risk would be if there's a hijacker that is trying to sell within the same listing that you currently have. The way to get around this is to create some sort of cease and desist. I do have a trademark for the brand, so it would be pretty hard for hijackers to, get on the listing as opposed to some sort of generic product. So I don't foresee that being too much of an issue.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I'm willing to support the buyer and walk them through, the operation, background of the products, the unique features, as well as the PPC ads and how they're structured. I'm also, transfer of materials to make sure those go smoothly, and also make sure that, up until maybe the first or second time of replacing the order, that things are pretty smooth. Overall, I don't think there's too much that would be interrupted with the transfer, but I have contact through email or phone if needed. So that would be an option that I'm willing to provide the buyer in terms of support.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
No, I'm not open to something like an earn-out payout structure based on the fact that I'm looking to purchase property within the next 6 months. The point of selling the store would be in exchange for a lump sum that I could use as opposed to having a monthly profit, which would take longer to save.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
I think this business is worth buying because there's very minimal work needed. The products in this business also have a very unique selling point. They're both very custom compared to the other products in the market. So there's an advantage to the products fitting some sort of solution there. The brand is brand registered. So there is a lot of high quality content in terms of the listing that has been done. Things like professional photos as well as professional copywriting. The ads are also at a point where they are profitable. So you don't need to run the ads from the beginning to see what keywords are relevant and pay extra just to rank. So it's a very passive business. And at this point, it is very stable. And the only work you need is just to reorder inventory and then just make sure that no other issues are, popping up. But other than that, it's a very consistent business.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.